Hello everybody, welcome to, this is going to be part 2 of just basically, I'm starting to call these like the second half of the day in the summertime here, the grind, because it's like you get out in the morning and there's like some kind of bite going. We got on them real good with chatterbait, so go look at chatterbait, morning chatterbait bite. Caught 3 nice ones. Our GLX MBR rod doing excellent, caught them all on that. Our Screaming Thunder cricket is screaming out there at these bass. But right now we're going Poison Adrena. Brought it along, got the zillion on it. We're going to throw some rattle traps and try to get back on some other fish, hopefully some more big fish like we've caught already today. But anyway, let's go. I've got to reconfigure out how I keep my rods when I put the tackle box. I actually like it right here because I can just, it's all right here. But anytime I'm manipulating the trolling motor or doing something, this gets a little tight up here. And I'm still testing rods, so I only left a couple at home. I probably should leave 5 more at home. I have like 10 total, but since Olivia's going to be with us, she's using a couple different ones. And I just can't like make myself put the frog rod down. So it's still there, but even though it sucks generally out here. So although I'll show you what we were catching them on, we're going to transition now. So the GLX is excellente for the chatterbaits, the Thunder Cricket in particular, but like all that kind of stuff. But that little dude right there, and we've had it with the Kamikaze Swim On till it blew apart. And then now we've got the little Zoom, what is that called? These little dudes. We rigged one of those up on there in the Junebug Z-Craw Jr. So rigged it up, and it also caught us another big one. So I think it's just that color, and you want something back there, not really flapping, just kind of trailing along, moving around, kind of a profile type deal. But I don't know if I want to take it. I'm going to take it off here because I want to try a couple things out. And they're mainly rattle traps. So let me move a few things around. We're going to get this guy in play, but then we're going to kind of put him up to my favorite. And so we're kind of going to do a comparison because it may be okay with rattle traps or good and all that, but is it Poison Adrena good? That's kind of what I want to find out. So I'm going to set this Dobyns back out of the way right here briefly. And I might bring my Lew's into the play also, my jerkbait rod. But we're going to break out this dude right here. That Poison Adrena has been since the almost day one that I got it out on the water fishing it. I just loved it for rattle traps. So I'll try to show you guys how easy it can be right here. So that's that Calcutta. I have not done a full video on it talking about and showing all the stuff I can pile in it, but I want you guys to look right now. Spinner baits, that's buzz baits are out, but I put my buzz baits and stuff in here. I got my full box. That is all of my swim bait stuff, the big ones in there. And then jigs, chatterbaits go here. And then my swim bait type, the small stuff. But then top box is just my hard baits that as you can tell, I've kind of neglected. I only have 1 box of these, but it's pretty much all I end up ever using when I'm out there fishing. So last time we were here, this bait just went on a tear. So I think I'm going to throw it on, do I want to throw it on the Poison Adrena? I'm going to give this guy a shot, the Strike King. And let's see, and maybe this guy. Well, maybe all these. I'm going to leave this box. We're going to leave this box out. So I basically just take these out and set them over somewhere to the side of me, and then zip this back up while I'm using it, kind of thing. But so far, it's working out pretty good, and I like it. I still have enough room. I mean, I don't need this many rods, or I can put them over here to my side. And we've still got, she didn't want to be on camera, but we've got Olivia fishing in the back. So the Bass Baby, and I didn't name it that. That's what it's called if you guys look down there, Bass Baby. And that, yeah, it's getting nasty. We're getting nasty out here catching some different fish. But let's just throw... We've got a little cloudier conditions. I'm going to start with, I'll probably swap them around, but I'm going to start with the Poison Adrena throwing this, and then I'll probably put the, on it. switch it to the MBR, and then maybe try that color out first. But we can go through the whole, we got plenty of rattle traps out there. So let's go. Now, I don't know that I've ever put the Zillion on the Poison Adrena. Probably have, but who knows. And we're waiting on we're hoping the wind picks back up. So actually there is some grass. I need to slow down and try to let it get caught and yank it off of that stuff. Because there's usually, we're in 11 foot of water right here, but it doesn't take long right up in here somewhere. It jumps up to 4 and 5 foot. So I'm going to make a few casts. Watch yourself, I'm casting. Way out there. I'm just going to go. Watch this sucker catch a big one and not get it in. Oh, there's fish right under the boat. You should be starting to whack crappie with that thing. There we go. That didn't take long. Oh man, it's gigantic. That is not the size I think might be a crappie. Yeah, it's a crappie, I think. There we go. First fish on a rattle trap. Are you guys impressed? Dude, I'm not sure how you're hooked. He wasn't coming off. Oh, my goodness. Let me keep the boat back just a hair because I think we might be able to get on some big fish out here. Just, it looks like you're out in the middle of nowhere, but you're not. You're this point, what I call point, comes right out. We're still, I think if I keep us in 11 foot of water, I can throw up there into the shallow water and come out. Oh, she got one. I knew it wouldn't take you long. Be on them crappie out here. That's a good chunk too. Let's swing it this way. I'll grab it and show the folks at home, bring it over. That way the folks at home, that's an eating size right there. So this, I think this is all you've thrown. We had the little Slim Shady Z-Man bait on there for a brief second, but then went right back to those little Meredith baits on that little micro chatterbait. Wow. Well, what do you got? I think, yeah, you got a fish, you got grass, fish, everything. I'm gonna go back to the Booyah Hard Knocker. Yeah, I can't clean it. Can't keep it clean.
I got a bass.
You got a bass? But let me try just some random. This grass is so just scattered everywhere. It'd almost be better, you know, it's almost worthwhile to just make some random fan casts, what you think maybe out in the middle of nowhere, just to try them. Because I know there's crap, like it's only 3 foot right here where we're at. So now we're kind of up on the hump casting out. But before we leave, I want to at least go hit the dam. Probably want to rig up a white jig. I've been wanting to throw this couple different white jigs forever. As long as the way you've been tearing them up with that. There's one right real like close to the boat. 20 foot away if that. That dude on it. Poison Adrena always brings home the bacon. I need to close that box. Throw him back in the microwave because he's not done yet. Or the air fryer. Get him a little air, water fried. You done now? Look at you acting a fool. I'm telling you guys, I've said it every year since I started fishing with 3/4 ounce rattle traps, they just, for me, I always have better luck with the 3/4 over the half. So what I'm going to do now, even though I keep saying I'm going to use the Poison Adrena and get my time in it, I need to do that. I'm going to rig up a 3/4 ounce on the GLX, but we're going to try a different color. I cannot get, that took forever to get out. So I brought the Booyah Hard Knocker in Toledo Gold. So that's working plenty good. But we're gonna take the old Screaming Thunder Cricket off one more time. Just one more time. And I'll be right back. For some reason, they don't like those colors. Let's stick with our Poison Adrena Zillion and the white. Now if I catch a fish with this dude, then I might switch him onto the other rods. I'm gonna try to throw him up. Girl. Shallower rod tip up. It's definitely shallow right through there. They don't seem to be. I'm fighting and fighting trying to get a rattle trap bite going, and there just ain't an actual rattle trap bite going. But if there was, we got plenty enough capable rods. There's a fish. Uh-oh. Hear that Zillion clicking? He is definitely due. I've never totally dismantled this reel and cleaned it. What is it, 3 years old now? Probably due for that. Probably due for that. That was a long way out to catch that crappie. There's a rattle trap crappie bite going. But how many bass have I caught? One, maybe two. Like there's not a, it's just not a thing yet anyway today. Just not a thing yet. You got a fish? All right, I'm gonna do a couple things here. I'm gonna take not this guy, not that guy, not probably even this guy. I want to rig, don't want to try this guy. I think I want to try to just swim this guy through some stuff over here. Basically just drag him through as much gunk as I can, maybe even this guy. Since there's that kind of a bite going on here. Does it get hot? But I may want to throw these guys around, just in and around all this gunky stuff, just to see if they'll get hit. But the main one I wanted to get,
this is 78.
yeah, it's one of those, it feels hotter than what it is just because of how the stuff is. So I'm going to get this little dude out. And what to put on him. What to put on that dude. What do I want to put? Do I want to put a Meredith? Just treat him like a little swim. You know what? She is tearing him up with this bait. So, and it's just on a chatterbait. So I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, is that what it was? It's jacking up. Yep.
Peeling off.
Don't drop your phone. So, although there's not really a bait keeper on it, I'm just going to rig it on as straight as I can. We're just going to treat it like a, almost like a swim jig, but not really. I can't even tell if I got that on. I don't think we're quite straight. But yeah, I'm going to throw this little dude instead of this. Just anytime I feel like I got a little bump or something. Just to try these. And then, look at that in the water. Yeah, just bouncing along the bottom. Almost like a backup, because my backup soft plastics are just not working. But we're going to break out the Rhythm and the Rhyme. No, we're going to break out, because I got to get it out today. I got to get this rod out and get it used, the Super Destroyer. Now, what you might be looking out for in the future is I'm thinking about taking some of that line down and running straight gold. About half, well, just enough to, you know, good casting distance kind of stuff. But just to try that P-line we got this year, that gold stuff. But first thing I'm going to do is, just because, I don't know, this one just looks good, I want to try just kind of swim a swim bait around and see if I can get it to go through like some of these places where the chatterbait, the blades and everything's getting caught up, and I just want to see if I can almost like just drag it through some of that gunky stuff, you know, if that would get hit over a chatterbait. And I mean, I may not be able to, because it may just be like this, but yeah, I'm going to try probably use that one back and forth on that 803 NRX, but then also might try that guy, just swimming him around out here. Even though, all right, wind was blowing good here. We moved here, and guess what? Wind stopped blowing, but get cleaned off. There it went. Well, if they don't want the loud and crazy rattle trap, I'm gonna also throw them the we're gonna throw them the old swim jig. I kind of use it two ways. I can throw it in there, kind of pop it around, and then just swim it out. The only thing I don't like about a swim jig is I can't tell what's going on with it. I mean, that was a little crappie right at the boat. I don't know if you guys saw that. I can't tell exactly what, you know, I can't keep up with exactly what's going on with it. So that part about a swim jig I don't like. Oh, but
oh boy,
when it catches fish, I may have a favorite bait for the Super Destroyer, because it just flat works for the jig. It's, why does it suck so bad with chatterbaits? But man, it just, swim jigs, it looks like it's legit. So I've thrown that rattle trap right. Oh, we had a little bit of a hiccup. That's that Buckeye swim jig with a Gambler Easy Shiner, Easy Minnow, whatever. But like I said, I'm not a fan. Well, do I call these swim? But what have I been calling this? It's a swim jig. I've been calling it a swim bait. Technically, it's a hairy swim bait, is what it is. Why do you keep back like that? Me and this reel are also, I'm trying to make myself like this reel. I think it may have loosened itself up. I'm going to go one tighter. I'm looking for something that I can, you know, just get through the grass maybe a little easier. Yeah, there it goes. I think it was just a little too free. But some of these, a good swim jig is kind of like a good Texas rig setup. A lot of times you can just, and it'll slide its way right through the grass and gunk, and you keep going, it stays clean. Which this one seems to be doing. See, I'm just kind of swimming it along. I feel it get caught up. Yank it out. Look what that, everywhere we're not. Now the wind's blowing over in the shallow area. All right, I just wanted to briefly try that. Now, that's kind of worked. I just want to finesse. Let's try a little finessey. So I'm going to try that. Basically a hair football head. Get out of here. Nope, she wanted to get gunked. Let's try him a little bit out from the dam. There we go. There we go. Everything's working, at least for one shot. That dude's doing like a swirl. Look at him. Oh. All right, so our little white hair jig, doink, that is on our 803 NRX Plus JWR. Whoa!
Something's wrong about this.
Hang on. Yeah, you got the... So here, let me see that while I got this in my hand. So this, what gave me the idea for this one is because she is flat just tore them up on this all day. Yeah, you got the... I'm gonna need my glasses for this one, girl. You done tie something in a knot. Yeah, you got the whole...
I got them connected together.
Yeah, hold on. Hit the button.
The button's not.
Then you twirled it up at the end, so make sure you don't pull the line tight because I need to. Whoa.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, what you've done, I don't know how, but you've tied it in a knot. See that knot? So I got to get the knot out because you don't want a knot. Knot just cuts into itself. Knots is almost as bad as having a nick in your line. But you know what? That line, that's all day long. She's caught. I got that thing hooked weird. Did you rehook this?
Mm-mm.
That's what I get when I hook it without glass. You know what? I'm going to put you a new bait. So anyway, hand me those baits.
Where?
Right there, that black thing. Right there, that black. Right there. So let me just put you a new bait on. I've got, I think I got another pack of those. I can't remember. So that thing wore off. So this one's not quite as in good a shape, but right there, try to get it. All right, so that is what she's just all day. Everything, that's the only bait once she switched to that, I gave her that, that's all she used. But it gave me the idea. I was like, well, okay, I'll just throw this and then slow down on bottom to maybe I can get on, you know, in my opinion, maybe a big fish is what I'm trying to do. And then the bigger bait with the swim jig doesn't have that extra little thump. But I'll be honest, what I like to do when I slow down is just like what she's got going on there. Just if they don't want a full-on chatterbait, a lot of times just slow down to one of those and even slow crank it across the bottom. But there's times when you just tickle one of these finessey jigs on bottom, you can catch a giant. And that wind has definitely like increased all over on that one point. Well, I get a little further down. We got, probably till noon. As much as I see clouds, we seem to be in this little pocket of clouds aren't blocking the sun there as much as you would think they would. Oh, you know what I didn't try? The Primal Vibe. I was just wanting to give him a try. Okay, I'm done with this jig. We've caught him on quite a few different things that we got to get out and try today, but I'm gonna get this rod picked back up and in the action because I'm gonna throw one more shot with this dude, Toledo Gold. Up, got a good chunk. I was getting ready. I was just like, I'm gonna try one more shot. I'm gonna put the Primal Vibe on here. Don't come off. I want to keep confidence in this bait on this rod. Whoa, he is. So far, there's nothing that this rod can't handle. Look at that humped back whale. All right, let's go.